What's going on, gaming world? Man, we got some crazy news here. Look, let me tell you something. I've been telling people about Fairgame, right? What I thought about it, that Sony needs to cancel it and don't launch it because what I think about it, it just doesn't look like it's one of those games that's going to be a good video game that people are interested in. It looks like some modern payday, modern trend chasing political nonsense. It's just not good. And the one who founded the company, Haven Studios at Sony, has now just left. This says a lot. I think she made a wise move because what that means is that it's all about to come crashing down. Expect more layoffs, expect a flop, or expect another game to be canceled. Yeah, that's right. Sony's not done canceling games. And I've been telling people you should just went ahead and cancel Fairgame. But you got people saying, oh, but Jade Raymond's behind it. It doesn't matter, bro. It's one of those stupid games that are like Concord. It's just going to fail. Cancel it. So we're going to find out what's going to happen. She just can't get any luck because she left that Ubisoft department that was crazy like that. She used to be a part of the Assassin's Creed team. So she went with Sony to find a company or found a company from the ground up. Been working on this live service game. When it comes to live service, Sony, I don't know what to tell you, but you're cursed. Just stop. Going down here, Daniel Ahmad, most cursed game producers, 807 people. Yeah, I mean, you walked into another political lines den. I'm sorry. PlayStation is cooked. They are simply incapable of making a multiplayer game. We're gonna be reading some articles, reading the article too, and see what's going on here, guys. We just want to look down. Jim Ryan was really awful at his job. For that job, yes. For everything else, he was good. But trying to take the lead, hell no. Like I said, the dude Nitro Rush. I think about it. They call them gas titles, right? Guys, he Fast and Furious Nitro Rush that shit off the cliff. Full blazing. Even Mario's like, damn, bro, where'd you get that type of boost from? I want that up in Mario Kart. Dude's embarrassing triple giant stacked mushrooms. He really went off the cliff, bro. Yes, bro. He really did. Something saved him, some angel or something, you know what I mean? Metaphorically being humorous here. But it says here, Jim Ryan was off for his job. 3.6 billion spent on Bungie. Yeah, where's that went? What's up with this live service expertise that they're supposed to be providing? You can't even make a good one yourself. Look at Marathon, it does not look amazing. Destiny 2 struggles. Studio burns through cash. Mass firings. Studio currently sued for stealing content. 2 to 400 million spent on Firewalk. Let's go down a little more. Launches Concord. Concord comes the biggest flop in recent history. Game shut down in 2 weeks. Studios close. Buys Haven. How much spent? Fairgame's trailer receives poor reception. Studio head leaves. Game delayed to 2026. So much of PlayStation 5 success was due to the amazing PS4 user base, which was grown by people like Sean Layden, Shuhei, and them. I will agree with him. Yes, in a way, that's very true. In my opinion, Jim Ryan simply skated off this success, bro. Like I said, he nitro gas rushed off the cliff, bro. Um, and also broke up the communication between the Japanese and the Westerners. I mean, he did things he did was just like, damn, bro. Like that's what you call you reap what you sow. You see what I mean? You planted all that, and look how it's all reaping. It's terrible. Should have reaped nothing but love for your company and knew that there should have been a balance between single player development and online development. Definitely, if your whole career that you built up to that point to win everything is based off of single player development, and then your third party royalties and all that, and you like that's why I said, how can you be in the industry that long and make a mistake that's stupid? It still blows my mind today, y'all. All right, now Bloomberg and VGC. I like VGC's article, so we're going to read this first. Jade Raymond has left Haven Studios, the PlayStation owned studio she founded. Sony acquired the Assassin's Creed producer. Like I said, she's a part of that. Veteran producer Jade Raymond has left. And she found that in 2021. So we have, what, like 4 years of development and you just left? Man, like, what is with this over there? According to a new report by Bloomberg, Raymond, who rose to prominence after producing Assassin's Creed and executive producing Assassin's Creed 2, Bloodline, and Watch Dogs, has left her studio, which is still in process of developing the online shooter Fairgame. So womp womp, don't do it, don't do it. I've been telling people, y'all heard me say it, do not launch Fairgame. Although a reason wasn't given for Raymond's departure, which is not good. That means I'm so pissed I'm leaving, I'm not even going to talk. That's what I see. Because if you cared about people, you're going to communicate. You worked with those people for that while. If you just get up and do that, yeah, something's going on. It's not good, obviously. You know what I mean? Let's use our detective skills, even our basic detective skills. The report cites sources who note that an external test of Fairgame took place several weeks ago, and they showed nothing. Smart. that some developers were concerned about how it was received. I've been telling people this. Do not. That game is going to be worse than Marathon. Oh man, I don't know what to think about that game. The departure rounds off an eventful decade for Raymond, who left Ubisoft to found EA Motive Studio in 2015 before leaving. Look at that, from Ubisoft to EA to Sony, but in like their worst states. Like I don't know, man. After Google decided to close its internal games development in 2021, Raymond left her position as Stadia's development boss. She's just cursed. And along with five co-founders, around 20 EX Google employees, launched Haven Studios, a Montreal-based outfit. You know, Montreal, yeah, that says a lot, right? They used to be a part of Ubisoft. With PlayStation funding its first game, which turned out to be Fairgames. Womp womp. Sony has announced in 2022 that it was acquiring the studio for an undisclosed price. Yeah, of course, don't say anything. Like when they do that, that's never good, by the way. Like say something. Your community deserves honest communication with you. Jade Raymond has been an incredible partner and visionary force in founding Haven Studios, a PlayStation spokesman told Bloomberg. We are deeply grateful for her leadership and contributions, and we wish her all the best in her next chapter. They added that PlayStation is committed to supporting Haven Studios and excited to continue the journey, implying that development on Fairgames will proceed even though Sony has canceled numerous other online multiplayer projects in recent months. Well, you about to add this to the list unless they want to launch this. Why do that? I would say take the rage of canceling rather than launching a garbage game and permanently damaging yourself and having something next to Concord. They said I wasn't gonna leave you alone, bro. I was gonna stand next to you. I told them to hold my beer. You trying to look for that? You don't want to leave Concord alone, dead in the graveyard. You want to send in some dead IPs with it. Well, Fairgame is another one of those games, so don't do that. Earlier this year, it was reported that Sony had canceled live service games development at Vin Studios. Blue Point Games, you should have never been working on a live service. See, come on, man. Where's y'all's wisdom at? Well, where's y'all's intelligence? The latter reportedly being a live service God of War game. How would that even have worked? Good lord. The decision followed the failure of online game Concord, which Sony pulled from sale and took offline within just 2 weeks. Haven Studios will now be led by Marie-Eve Dennis and Pierre Franciol Sapinski following Raymond's departure. But these are all people you could tell that were France that were with her. Finally, Fairgames was originally revealed back in May 2023 with the CGI trailer and was described at the time by creative director Mathieu Ledouce as a fresh modern modern trend on the heist genre. In a nutshell, this is a thrilling competitive heist game where you can join underground moments to rob the ultra rich and rebalance the scales. Yeah, okay. Anyways, guys, look, I'm not playing any sound, but we know it's playing that modern trend music. I mean, we've seen this before, right? Just everything about this game. It just looks uninteresting. And as a matter of fact, this whole propaganda, cheat the rich, do all this. I mean, your corporation saying this to you? Do we see this? Negative 56 downvotes. Yeah, I did. And 4.3 likes. This should tell you something. This was over pretty much 2 years ago. They Sony revealed this, like they said, back in 2023. So you got to get to 2 years in 2025 at that point, then it'll say 2 years. Nobody wants this game. You kind of see this little stupid message they're trying to push, like they're going to capture the modern audience. Like this is like their mindset years ago, right? Like, and it's like, what are you thinking, guys? If I would have been in this room and I would have saw this, right? I would have said, don't do this. You're chasing a ghost. It doesn't exist. And the audience you're trying to chase is so minute, and you know that too. You're trying to mass enforce it to a population that doesn't give a damn, even if you made it free to play. You would be better off doing that. This is where I feel like with Sony with Marathon, like you have to do free to play. They don't take that risk, but they're going to take the risk anyways. But yeah, it's playing. I mean, yeah, y'all kind of, get the point here. Just everything about this game. It just reminds me of that Ubisoftness that nobody wants to support. And they kind of now moved in and synced up with Sony, and they're trying to make one of those modern trend games. And it's just like no matter where these people go, it just does not work because nobody wants this crap. And I don't know why they still think it's going to work after all the failures that have happened. It's like, dude, stop. Nobody wants this. You could have dug into your PS3 legendary IP pool and grabbed SOCOM. Could have grabbed Warhawk. You could have grabbed Resistance. You could have grabbed Killzone. You could have did an Uncharted spinoff. You could have did a Last of Us spinoff. Something that people are more comfortable with, that they're used to with Sony. You're not giving any people any of that. You're giving them a bunch of like Alien Felix is like, this is not the Sony I know. Like you're literally like your identity is just all over the place right now, Sony, because you're trying to trace something and you don't know who you are. Like, and that's the feeling that a lot of people get when it comes to first party in-house development, because it's like reestablish, reorganize yourself, give yourself a solid identity that at least you somewhat had before. Because that's what a lot of people want. So this isn't really like beating. So Pony, sit down. This isn't really beating down PlayStation or anything. This is more like realizing what the real problem is over there, and how they need that organization. Because her leaving once again just gives you the idea of, yeah, I can't do this. I'm not going to even say anything. And the people that follow me, I even left. It's not going well inside, and I wonder what the hell's going on. I wonder if this had to do with the suits coming in, walking in, saying what they needed to say, and she saw that, and she was like, "Yeah, just we're just out." She's leaving a shipping sink. That's basically what we're seeing here, y'all. A ship and sink. Think about it. So, yeah, Sony has too many problems right now, um, with live service. Like I said, it's hard for me to believe and trust in anything that they say that's going to be live service and feel positive about it. How am I supposed to? Nothing positive is happening, right? And I can understand like evergreen headline, what a fraud. You know what I mean? Well, Fairgames definitely is getting canceled and Haven shut down. Great. Over a decade of her career is completely blank. Assassin's Creed series needs her back bad. It's possible to work with women in general. I don't think that's a bit of a stupid statement. That's not the case here. Let's say it. She was popular for co-working on some Assassin's Creed, and as a woman, she was under the spotlight because it was good for marketing. But after she left and had her own project, nothing is out. Really, nothing. No, I know what they mean. I said she's on a cursed road. So I can't say that it's not her, that she is not pulling her job either, because I mean, I'm not saying professional behavior. The track record is not good. Why would you go work for Stadia anyways? But yeah, this is not necessarily the blame on her. We need to hear more. But as of right now, we know another studio is about to get shut down, more layoffs about to happen, and another cancel is on the way. So let me know what you guys think about this. It's something that needs to be talked about, because we want to know what the hell's going on internally at PlayStation. And now we just got another inside look. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a great day.